Right, this is just a quick one take video. I'm not going to do any editing. I'm just going to show you. This is a 1965 two-door Morris Minor. I'm just going to show you for if anybody wants to buy one, what to look out for with the rust, etc. Obviously this vehicle has got wings removed, so you can see inside a little better, but I'll just start on this side, the one that we're looking at. Firstly, if you're looking underneath the wing will be coming up here. You have the bump stop, and obviously this has had a repair along this edge. What happens is the bump stop hits this, cracks it, rusts it out, and then you see the flitch panel. So you can gain access to this flitch panel. Obviously if the bonnet was here, you'd lift your bonnet and then you've got access to the flitch panel in there. So ordinarily you'd have your windscreen wiper motor here, but get down underneath it and have a look. That's one of the areas it goes. And this here is where the bump stop sits. Quite difficult to see because it will be in there, but the same on the other side, and you can see how this side has gone. You can see the hole in that corner. That's just on the bump stop. Just coming around the front, obviously I've got all the front panel removed along with the engine. You can see the tie plate. I've started to remove the tie plate on this corner. It should be a tie plate like that in that corner there. So the tie plate comes up, it's welded along there and then along the flitch panel along the front and then returns back here. But once you remove the tie plate, you can see the corrosion in the chassis rail. That's all the strength of the car. As you can see, this is fairly rotten. So when you're looking, get in from underneath, because obviously the top of this will be covered. Get in from underneath, check, have a poke about. Likewise on the other side, and then they go all the way back. Normally around the side of the master cylinder is good because it leaks, or it leaks oil, so that bit further back is normally okay, but the front has problems, as this car has. Then you have the rest. You have the bulkhead. Bulkheads are normally not too bad. They do sometimes go around the battery tray, as that is just beginning to go there from the acid, but that will clean up. On this particular car, there's been a lot of bodges. One is the engine tie bar. This has got to come out again. So if your engine is moving about a bit, it can fracture and weaken that, which is obviously the repair that they've done there. So just moving around to the other flitch panel. Obviously you can tell this one's been around a while, but fairly solid until you come up here to the bump stop, and you can see how rotten that is. Then we come down to the A-pillar, again quite rotten all the way down, and then it just gets horrendously worse underneath there. You can see the sill and the inner wing. So these are all bits that you can check with the wing still on. Just get up underneath the wing and check it. Again, majority of the inner wing and the flitch panel can be checked from in the engine bay. Oops. Then we have the inside. So ordinarily you'd have there's a cover that comes down over here, and then another trim panel which is just bolted on these holes along the thing, so that hides a multitude. So don't open the door and think, oh, the sills are solid. It's just literally a bolt-on piece, that. So if you can, take it off or get underneath to have a look. And as you see, if you look through it, you can see the rust goes all the way through. So that's the floor that's gone. So all that sill, again, the bottom of the A posts, you can see where you can see light through that. Another problem. Again on the B post, all the way along. All these repair panels are available, but you have to cut it all out and redo all the sills. But just remember, if you are looking at a car, they do come with a cover over there which hides a multitude of sins. If you can, lift the carpets and have a look This car has, as you can see, it had the carpets glued to the floor pan. Very, very difficult to remove, and a pain, to be honest with you. But the majority of the flooring was okay, or it looked okay until you got into this corner. Again, the seatbelt mounting is here, and as you can see, it's in proximity to rust. So that in itself is an MOT failure, but it's also dangerous. But this panel is fairly solid. It's just the floor that's gone, so it will need a new floor. Just moving back, obviously this one has had also had the rear wing removed. So you have the closing edge of the sill. Again, this one's rotten, and then we have the mounting holes for the wing. You can get this strip, but it's difficult to see inside, especially, let me see if I can show you. So you can see the rust coming through there. It's very difficult to check it once you've got a panel on here. So and the seats are in, it's very, very difficult to check, especially the front end. So it means getting under the wing and having a look. But on my other video, you'll have seen the amount of bodger that's gone on in this car. But if you want to check it, you can come in and you can check within the boot lid, within the boot, and you can see the hole. Just have a prod about. It's going back to the previous video. Somebody's put a patch over this with some tin foil in, so these can all be checked with your with the wings in place. Another area to check is along here where the spring hangers are at the rear, and then there's also a spring hanger underneath at the front. It's very difficult to see, unfortunately. I've not got the light on, but yeah, a lot of those areas can be checked. Again, under the rear of the vehicle, if you just having a look round this panel here. So as you stand at the rear of the vehicle, you have the boot lid, and then your spare wheel will be down under here. There should be some timbers along here for your luggage compartment, and your spare wheel and your fuel tank sit down there. But yes, have a look round, go up the arches. You can see the rust is forming on there, and there's bits falling off, so you know it needs work. So there are just a few of the areas to look at if you're going to look at a Morris Minor. Another area where they go is along here underneath this seam here. It seems to be like a double, I don't know what you call it, but like a double-edged seam underneath, and it does rust out from underneath. Again, very easy to check from underneath. Okay, I will do some more later on when I've got my overalls on. I'll show you a little bit more underneath. Okay, thanks, bye.